Hey everyone, welcome to the library session with Professor Meg King. We're going to talk about writing projects 3 and 4 and show you how to use the library website in order to find scholarly sources. Take it away, Meg.
The art monsters. And we need sources for the final paper. More of the scholar. And that is how challenging to read what they offer. And so I'm thinking about which sort of sources are going to be scholarly. Because I think that sometimes the scholar can be a little challenging. And there's going to be kind of all scholars in my right? So you tell us college record. It gives us something about you could look at what is precedent that really national anthem or corporations versus public spaces and all that sort of stuff. And I'm sure that ideas and there's also tons of scholarly sources about popular culture. And so here's a book on being in a lot which is discussed in popular culture journals by scholars who academics out there who study popular culture and do research on it and write full research articles about it. So there's definitely that. So and then if you're writing about the art of monsters, you want to write about Woody Allen, there's going to be a lot of film academics who are writing about someone like Woody Allen. Or if you want to write about art, there's going to be scholars about American culture, there's going to be scholars music who are writing about what is happening. So I just wanted to have some ideas there. As soon as I get a chance, it's just going to show all
So questions, I guess let's hear from the students. Ideas you have for searching, or if you've started searching and you think you got this, where are you guys at? Anyone, just unmute yourself and who has a question? Nobody? Everybody's? I want to make sure that everybody has permissions. I think all the students do. Did I just lose you guys?
I don't think so.
Hey, I'm sorry. It could be the virtual background that just threw me out. But let's just go ahead and, was there a question when I was thrown off or no? No,
No.
no. Okay. So let's take a look at some stuff here. It says I'm starting to share content. However, I am not seeing the content. Just a moment. Hey, there's everybody. Okay. So, and you'll just have to bear with me on the slowness of this virtual stuff. Sometimes a menu comes down from the top and I have to wait for it to disappear. So we need to head to the library homepage, and it is as simple as going to Harper College and using the menu off on the right-hand side, you'll find library. Okay, so here we are. And OneSearch, as I explained in a video that I posted a couple of weeks ago, OneSearch is a tool that searches through all of the library resources simultaneously. It does an okay job of that. Okay, I think it's good and bad. The plus is you can find something quickly. The negative is you're not really focusing on what you need to focus on. So it's like a quick way to find something, but if you have the time, you really should go to research and take a look at the database page. And I'm thinking about a database called JSTOR. And I'm going to find JSTOR here under J, but before I do that, notice that all of these 156 databases are organized by subject. So depending on your subject, you can grab that, okay? Like it might be current events for this cancel culture. So you could click here and then take a look at the databases that are highlighted for current events. But I want us to go to JSTOR. Actually, I have to hit back. Okay, so JSTOR just stands for journal storage, okay? It goes way back. It is a storage archive, goes back to the 1800s, and it's fabulous for scholarly research. Do you see how it's asking me to log in here? You're going to come to that screen as well. This is how we authenticate Harper students into our resources. So the information we're about to find here is not freely available on the web. Although some of the articles may be reproduced through open access, by and large, most of what you find in the library databases is not freely available on the web, which is why your professors tell you use the library website. So we're here, and you could do your keyword search, or you could click on advanced search. I usually navigate to the advanced search page just to see what my options are. Number one, I would want to, maybe combine a couple of ideas. Now, if you guys were in the library classroom right now, I would have like a big bowl of candy and I would be throwing it at you and asking for volunteers to give me keywords. So please volunteer your search topic if you have it. But if I were to put cancel culture in here just as a keyword, or under all fields, you can see item title, or maybe in the abstract. So the abstract is a summary of the article. And that's a good way to focus this. I could also put cancel culture in quotes, and that keeps the words together as a phrase next to one another. And I think this is good enough. So the advanced search isn't too advanced. All I've done is created a phrase and told the computer that I want this phrase to appear in the abstract. It's going to retrieve for me all of the articles that have cancel culture in the abstract. There are other things you can do, but I'm just going to go ahead and click submit. Oh, no results found. See, I like to actually do this on the fly because this is what happens to students. And I know you guys can get frustrated and then like jump right out to Google. You just have to take a breath and revise your search, okay? So I'm not sure why that happened, but it didn't like the phrase cancel culture. Maybe it didn't like, maybe they're calling it boycotting. Maybe there's nothing in JSTOR on cancel culture, which is hard to believe, but it's possible. Maybe it didn't like the abstract. I was saying, have it in the abstract. Let's just try the phrase cancel culture. Okay, now we have 17 results. That's fine. We're not looking for 2 million results. We're looking for, something that we can manage. These may be speaking about cancel culture in other countries. They might be talking about people you haven't studied, but you still might be able to work them into your paper. I think that's one of the hang-ups students have when they're researching. It's like they'll do a search, cancel culture, Woody Allen, and like the name of one of his movies. And they're almost expecting to find that exact paper or that an article exactly on their topic. And that doesn't always exist. You guys pull that together. And that's why, you know, writing is really a creative process because you're pulling all kinds of articles, things your professor hasn't yet read that are interesting, and you're finding these quotes, and then you're putting this like puzzle together. And it's a work of art, really, truly, writing. And that's what you're doing. So you're going to see, oh, I really like what this person said in this article. I totally get that. I support that. I'm going to use this quote. This is how I see it relates to what I'm trying to say about Dave Chappelle, you know, and SNL or whatever. Okay. So this is like an exploratory process here. You're like, just looking to discover things that interest you, and you're also forming your thesis and your paper proposal when you do this research, okay? Does that make sense? All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm going to look at this first one, although it's pretty old, it's 1999, so I'm also looking at dates. Let's see, adversity cannot cancel culture. This one is from 2002. How long have we been talking about cancel culture? How long has cancel culture been around? Okay, so let me take a look at this article by clicking on it. And let's look at some nuts and bolts of what JSTOR houses. This is a 36-page article. That's one tip off that it's scholarly. Okay, this isn't like a quick web page or blurb. I see it's from the journal Review of International Political Economy, Volume 9, Issue 1, March 2002, 36 pages, and the publisher is there. It was published by this person, Pieters. It's kind of difficult to pronounce that last name, but they are affiliated with the University of Illinois. That's why it has, you know, the name of their college underneath it. So this person is likely a professor at this university. Okay, so this is again how you know this person has a credential, they teach, and we'll find out more probably as we read on. And here's the abstract. How does globalization affect the politics of conflict and security? Posing on the comment. Counterpoints of conflict. This doesn't even look relevant to me right now as I'm skimming through this, so I probably would not want to open it up. But if I did want to open it up, I could use the stable URL, or I could access the full text by clicking on the full text for the article, or you click the title and then it asks you to jump in. Let me back up to our results a moment. And let's try first amendment and speech. Should we say, is there a comedian? Or we could add the word comedy. Okay, so here's something from the University of Chicago Law Review, volume 74, it's from 2007. So again, this is scholarly. Everything in JSTOR is scholarly, so you don't have to question that. The title looks relevant. I'm going to click on it and see about opening this article. It's 15 pages long. Sorry about that. And what we can do then is click the, where did that go? Why am I not seeing the full text link for this? Oh, here, it's because this box is in the way. Download PDF. agree to the terms and conditions that you're not going to share this beyond yourself, and the article will open. Then I suggest you save these things, download them on your laptop or your tablet to a folder for English 102, okay, just by clicking the download option, and then you've got them all saved together and there's no question about where did I find that quote. So gather all of your sources. And then the stable URL that's listed here, and it's also listed here on the side, sometimes those are called persistent links. That's what you want to look for. You don't want to grab the URL in the address bar because that may not be a persistent link and it may not get you back to that article. All right, so sex violence and the First Amendment. Censorship is not an enterprise that attracts particularly subtle or intelligent minds. It is not surprising then that Judge Richard Posner has written a definitive judicial opinion rejecting the censorship of violent video games. Text special. So this happens to be about violent video games, looks like. All right, so that's just a little flavor of JSTOR. Any questions about JSTOR right now? It's, you know, it's something you guys have to actually play around with. And I want to tell you that I am available 12 hours to you this week personally. Tomorrow, Tuesday, from 4 to 10 p.m., I'm on the library's live chat. And on Wednesday, from 4 to 10 p.m., I'm on the library's live chat. So as you get into these resources, if you cannot, you know, figure them out, just jump on the live chat and I'll help you. All right, so this is JSTOR results here for First Amendment speech comedy, and that's just kind of random. I want to go back to the library homepage and point out for you what I just mentioned, this live chat option. You're on the library page a few seconds and a chat box also pops out asking you if you need to live chat. So all you have to do is click on live chat, it launches the chat, put your email address in, and then the librarian can send you the transcript of the chat, which will include all of the links and all of the sources, okay? And this is great, not only for this class, but all of your other classes. You can also schedule a research appointment by clicking here and identifying a time that works for you, and then the librarian reaches out to you and you do a web conference like this. All right, so let's give OneSearch a try since we already, you know, went to JSTOR and we saw that we can find scholarly stuff in JSTOR. Let's use OneSearch, which includes JSTOR as well as all of the other databases. All right, so I have 1,700 results here with these keywords. Obviously, if I change my keywords, I'm going to get different results. The first thing I notice is an article from the Harvard Law Review. That sounds scholarly. You can tell it's scholarly when it says peer-reviewed. That means peers have reviewed the article for accuracy, okay? You can limit to peer-reviewed also on the left-hand side. So I can check that. I can also check available online and apply those filters. All right, 257 results. That's not too many, I don't think. If you want to look at the first couple of pages, I see here's one on Lenny Bruce right away. Comedy and Liberty, the life and legacy of Lenny Bruce. So let's click on this. And just know in here you're going to find articles, movies, books, book chapters, everything. In JSTOR is mostly articles. It says view online. I'll click there. And this is interesting. It's not actually linking properly. So this is another frustration with research. I understand that. I can, you know, look into this and get back to you guys, and I could actually post this, but I have a feeling it's because we migrated to a new system recently, and there are some items in here that we don't have access to. But let me point something out on this record. Do you see how it says obscenity, comedians, First Amendment, criminal prosecution, freedom of speech? This is a great list of keywords. And in your research, that's what you need. Good research starts with good keywords. And I don't always have them off the top of my head. So some of what I do, sometimes I just kind of highlight, copy and paste into a notepad. So I get this kind of lexicon going for my paper, and I can come back to new keywords if I'm hitting a wall and not getting, good results. You can also click directly on any one of these and it launches a new search. And then you'll have to refine it again by putting in more words. But let's kind of continue down the list here and see what we have. Another Harvard Law Review article. Recoding, and this is from 2006. Let me see if we can find anything that jumps out. Should we put someone's name in? Does anyone have a person they would like to research for this paper? Could you say that again, please? Okay. And is that part of First Amendment, or is it? No, that's okay. Can you spell that for me? Because I don't want to spell it wrong. Is it Chris? Is that what you said? Did I spell that right? I didn't know if I heard you. Okay. So we're going to search everything. And we have 13,000 results. So we'll probably want to do a little narrowing down. Now you guys are at home, so I would suggest, let's click on what we can access right now online. But you can get books. If you need books, you can certainly click on it, request it, and then pick it up during our curbside hours. But if I click on available online, here is a reference entry. So this is going to be shorter and it's not peer-reviewed or scholarly. The objective of this study was to investigate the style of play in the world's top soccer players, how their motor skills. So this might not have to do with, was he canceled? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar. What are you thinking would be your paper proposal regarding this athlete? Okay, so he's an activist or humanitarian or
So, Sam is connected to, because, well, so there's a couple issues here. Does that make sense?
All right, so George Carlin, now he was arrested, right? Okay,
Yes.
so then,
Like one of them.
right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, we're looking for scholarly sources here. So there's probably lots of helpful stuff here that you can access online. If we just click on available online, but not necessarily scholarly. So like this is an Encyclopedia of American Civil Rights and Liberties. There's probably an entry on George Carlin in here. It's going to be encyclopedic, not scholarly. Maybe you could use it as a source, but it just kind of depends. Overview kinds of things aren't really the best sources. But so, and then I see some articles here. This looks interesting. Okay, I'm going to click on this one. I will defend to the death your right to say it, but how? Yeah. GP solo, though. What is GP? Not sure. So I'm going to click on, so there's a lot of full text availability here from different places. It doesn't matter which one you click. We haven't looked at the EBSCOhost databases yet, so, oh, well, this is lovely. That's not working. I don't think it's going to allow me to sign in with Google either. Maybe it will. If it allows me to sign in with Google, that's great. The research process can be very frustrating. Oh, good, it worked. So now you can sign in with Google. I learned something new. So what are we looking at? Yeah, it's a very short article. So this is probably something popular. This to me sounds like a popular periodical. Article offers advice to lawyers. So maybe it's like a popular law bulletin or something. So yeah, I mean, this would count as a source, but I don't know that I would call it scholarly. So what I would do, couple things, is I would download it. I might, you can click on the permalink if you're saving links. You could save it to your Google Drive. You can email it to yourself. Notice the cite feature. You guys are using MLA format. So most of these databases offer the citation for you. Just double check it to make sure that it's correct, but as I glance at this, this looks totally fine to me. So there's your MLA citation. You could right click and copy that and put it into your paper. And you've got the article here that you can open and then download. Here's the little download option. I want to come back to EBSCOhost, but I don't want to get sidetracked from where we just were in our one search results. We should limit now to peer-reviewed. And we've got George Carlin, First Amendment, and there are 88 results here, and we are also limiting to available online. So that's a lot, that's plenty of stuff. Hopefully you can find 4 scholarly things here that you could work into your paper. And then again, changing First Amendment to maybe just even having George Carlin. See what scholarly stuff is written on George Carlin. And we have, again, 19,000. I'm going to click available online. I'm going to click peer review. And there's 4,000 things here. Now you could do, limiting it to English. You could then continue to limit by date. But let's just, I'm going to hit the back button a moment. Wanted to show you guys just how to do a little bit of searching there and editing on the fly. This is a peer-reviewed from the Albany Law Review, Exceptional Freedom, the Roberts Court, the First Amendment, and the New Absolutism toward Discursive Marketplace Ideas. So where does George Carlin's name appear? I'd have to actually open this and see. We may want to put his name in quotes as well. Oh, this is not good. This is just terrible. This is our old way of accessing, and we just did a merger. I hope it lets me in. Oh, good. I hope it lets you guys in. Feel free to vent to me on live chat or send me an email if things are not working. So here we have a source, and I'm skimming to see, how does this relate to George Carlin? And I can hit Control F. I see a George Wright. I don't see George Carlin. Oh, here we go. George Carlin. So there's a mention down here. So this is in the references of this article. They cite George Carlin's infamous Filthy Words monologue. But that doesn't really help us. So let's go back to our list of results. And I might do this. And then again, peer review. Okay, that one's still coming up. I click on this one. So it's really a matter of searching, okay? So you guys are just gonna use the OneSearch, use JSTOR, you can use the EBSCOhost databases and put in some keywords and then look for sources that you can skim and read and incorporate. This one here is from the journal First Amendment Studies, and I don't know why it's not taking me directly to it, but it said I would want to look for the 2018 July 3rd, volume 52. This actually looks really good, and if I wanted to find that and it's not linking directly, I could then just navigate to volume 52 from July 3rd. This is one of the problems with OneSearch is that, it tells you something great is there, but then it takes sometimes a little bit on your part to get you there. So now I'm here. I just need to find that article. This was it here. And then I can open up the PDF. And so why did George Carlin appear here? Control F. Nothing. Well, this is, I'm sure you guys are like so thrilled about how well this isn't working. So this, I guess, just came up because of First Amendment, but not George Carlin. He's probably mentioned somewhere, but it's not looking all that great. Comedy and Liberty, The Life and Legacy of Lenny Bruce again. So how about before you pick your paper topic, you guys all probably should do some research here in the OneSearch or the library databases to make sure that you can find some scholarly sources. Before we wrap up here, I want to take you back to the library homepage a moment. And under research, research guides, there is the English 102 research guide, and there's a link to it also in your course. If you go under English here, this research guide walks you through everything I couldn't cover today. How to schedule a research appointment, how to email me, how to get background information on your topic. I have a few databases picked out here. There's information on how to find articles. Academic Search Complete is a great place to start. We jumped right ahead to JSTOR, which is more advanced, but I would like you all to take a look at Academic Search Complete. Again, clicking Advanced Search. Let's put in cancel culture here. Actually, won't even use quotes. It'll probably come right up. Right there, cancel culture social media. You can combine that with a person. You can also then, once you see your list of results, limit to full text. You can limit it to scholarly peer review. And you've got 29 articles here. So is there a person we should put in? George Carlin, maybe? Oh, right, I'm sorry. Okay, so it could be that I'm just, wait. Before we move on, let me just say, so when it doesn't work like this, and you've got, I think I'm spelling his name right, you can click Choose Databases and select All. Now, so we were only searching Academic Search Complete before, but now we're searching many more. So when you click Choose Databases, select All, you're then searching all of the EBSCOhost databases. So it's like its own mini OneSearch, but you're searching about 40 databases. So let's try cancel culture, Louis C.K. I might have to put the periods in. I'm not sure. We'll see. It does look like he uses the periods here. So libraries are kind of tricky with the way they index stuff. See if that makes a difference. Oh, that actually removed one. I also think sometimes maybe putting in boycott or banning or even just social media, maybe the phrase cancel culture doesn't appear in a really good article about what he did and how he apologized and all that. So not canceled, Time Magazine 2019. This is not scholarly, but it's still a good source. It's more popular, but you can see the subjects here: social isolation, deviant behavior, social and media society. We can open up this PDF and not canceled. No one is saying people in power should be unfamiliar. So the whole article is here for you to download, and then again you have your citation information on the right hand side. You can grab the MLA citation. Now I apologize if this seems like, well, we just kind of went around in circles, but that's really what research is. And if we were in the classroom, I would help each of you individually. So feel free to use the live chat. It is a 24/7 live chat. I just happen to be on tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 4 to 10. And you can live chat just by going to the library homepage and clicking right on live chat. It'll ask you for your name and your email address. That is because we will send you the transcript. You can pop your question in here. Hey, I'm looking for First Amendment scholarly sources on so-and-so, and a librarian starts working on it with you jointly. The chat box opens. So all of you have unique topics, or you're trying to find topics, and it's an exploratory process, I guess, is what I would say. And I'm happy to do this again as you guys get closer, and if more students want to come on or have a better idea of what they want to research. Questions? Yeah. Should I stop recording? Should I stop recording, or is it related to the class? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yes, we do. They are. And that is part of, I just Google Scholar, open access. Yeah, so open access. I'm a big fan of open access, and that's a movement where scholars, professors are actually publishing their work freely and not going through these publishers that really have a monopoly on information. It's very expensive. So yeah, you can use Google Scholar and you know, narrow down and everything. Oh, what was I researching? Dylan Thomas under Milkwood. Let's put in. Okay. hmm And again, you've got your sort by date, include citations since 2017, custom range. You may want to perform an advanced search or just add more, narrow it down by, let's see, let's try putting some quotes and see if that helps.
Because I was like, hey, do you have some of it? She's like, yeah, I want to
Yeah. So this comes from a journal called Television and New Media. Some of these things probably showed up in the OneSearch as well, because in OneSearch we are tracking open resources. So yes, if you find something on Google Scholar, I would say you can use that. If you're not sure, you can always check with a librarian. Sometimes students jump on the live chat and they send us a link and they say, what do you think about this source? Is it scholarly? And we look at it together. Sure, you're welcome. Other questions? If you wouldn't mind muting if you're not asking a question, that'd be helpful. Any other questions, or should I set you free? Set you free. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good luck. Reach out. Bye, everyone.